Hey, what's up, gamers? Welcome back to Shamelessly Chasing Trends because I want money. I've been noticing a big thing now where people like to upload videos that are called the top 10 cozy places in fucking Batman 64. There's this guy called Carrot who does videos that are top 10 best places to smoke jankum in Mario Sunshine, and that's a really cool, clever idea, because I feel like if the 2010s was the era of I can't be bothered to actually play this game, so I'll just watch someone else play it, the 2020s is kind of the era of I can't be bothered to just at least look at the game and decide for myself which places I consider cozy or not. So I need someone else to do that for me, which is a really good marker of where we're at as a species, as a society. But anyway, I didn't want to just steal, a Carrot Man's bit. His smoking crack in the Mario 64 Diet Docs video is a classic. So I wanted to do something different. And the family's in sort of a rough spot at the moment, so I thought maybe it'd be fitting to do top 10 places to hand over your kids during a custody battle in Sonic Adventure, the game, for the computer. I would say the Steak and Shake Central Station is about as good a place as any to hand off your kids. We got this dad already to keep you company. Dad's home. He's just collected his daughter, I think. Mom's nowhere to be found. Obviously, doesn't want to be around him anymore. So that guy can keep you company. Maybe chat about which divorce lawyers are good. It's nice and public, so no risk of having a domestic altercation, or at least if you do, someone will probably call the cops, which can be a plus or a negative depending on what sort of person you are. If you're the mom, that's a pretty big plus. If you're the dad, might be a little bit of a downside. Might want to find a place a little bit more quiet. The inside of the station is also a good bet if it's raining. Not much going to go wrong there. The train guards are looking out for you. You can keep your daughter company if you want to go, buy a packet of smokes or something. Really pretty good place. I would say this is maybe an A-tier place to hand over the kids. The nice white, soulless architecture also makes it a quite depressing and fitting place to mark a stage in your life that you can't possibly be happy about. If you're more of a fun dad, however, you might be better off going with the underneath side of the train station. Something that you don't really get to see every day, and if you're lucky, you can of course catch the Knuckles Casino if you come here at the right time of day. Watch the invisible cars fly past. No one's gonna try anything. She's probably not gonna bring up the housemaid, because you can just doesn't want to get pushed right off there. Emerald Coast can be a really good one, depending on how emotionally manipulative you are. You take her out for a really nice fun day at the beach, but obviously, this is collection day, so then mom's gonna drive all the way out of her way over to the coast. She's gonna fucking rip her daughter away from this nice relaxing beach day, so then, make sure that she's the bad guy, basically. Oh, I really love for you to say, I had the whole day planned for us, but I understand. No, go be with your mom. You'll have fun back in the housing commission. Yeah, I'd say the giant spinning bombs and the coconut monkeys do make things a little bit dangerous. So you don't want to end up with a lawsuit or a prison sentence for neglect or manslaughter or infanticide or something. So maybe you should stay clear. But it's a risky gamble, and it's definitely worth the payoff for that nice guilt you're gonna sink into the other parent for the rest of the evening. That's really a prize that no prison time is too much to pay. Hotel is honestly D or maybe even F tier. The initial first question is going to be, what were you doing in a hotel? Which you both know the answer to, but no one wants to answer, especially in front of the child. They're not going to understand. The hotel room, you probably don't want to have the kid up there after what you've been doing. This is not a good look, really. I would not recommend it. People are definitely gonna spread rumors about you after this one. What are you doing, man, with this one? How do you even get a kid in here to start with? You really want to be at the slot machines while waiting for the pickup? It's funny, if you're sort of a comedic deadbeat dad and you want to do sort of a visual gag to showcase how neglectful you are, I guess this could be a good pickup. Or maybe if you're just so into the grind that you can't wait 25 minutes for the pickup until and then go to the casino after. I guess the kids can they can play in the pinball machines maybe for a little while. I guess, like, they're small enough, they could probably fit in there as long as they're flexible, but, I don't know if this is worth it, man. Just, like, wait to the McDonald's outside the casino, maybe, and then go in? This is probably another D or F. I can't really see a justified use case for this one. The helicopter handover is kind of goated, to be honest with you. This one gives Major Kendall Roy vibes. You know, step out of the helicopter, business suit, sunglasses on, you're a high roller, you're headed somewhere cool. The kid has to get back into mom's, like, shitty SUV and drive on the highway with all the potholes and everywhere, and you just get straight back in the helicopter. Bye, sweetie, I love you. You know, you leave her there like tails like that. Just carry about your day. This one's, I'm gonna go with, I mean, B tier, because it's kind of a dick move, but, like, no, fuck it, it's A tier. This one's so cool. Bonus points if you, like, don't tell the other parent that she's going in a helicopter first, so, you know, they get freaked out, and they're like, why did you take them in a helicopter? This is so fucking dangerous, and then, you know, they're the buzzkill, because, you had a great time, you know, little Susie's been in the helicopter, she's gonna tell all her friends about this is awesome, and, you know, you're the buzzkill nagging parent that's just ruined the occasion. So, yeah, solid A tier, I love this one. I think By the Fountain is actually a really nice spot. This is very sweet. Like, if you're like actually a good parent, this is a good spot for it. You know, if your kid wants to have a flashback in the future to memories of, you know, missing you and saying goodbye, this is a great spot to be in a flashback. It's probably a B or maybe even an A tier, I think. It could fit in either. This one's also good because the other parent can just drive straight up here and pick you up, and you can say, oh, you know, hurry sweetie, there's other cars coming, you gotta go quick, love you, goodbye. So, yeah, this is a nice good spot. No, absolutely not. What, why, no. I mean, the diseases to start with, like, you're 100% going to jail. This is jail tier. This is 100% neglect, child abandonment tier. Classic, simple, easy. I mean, who hasn't seen a couple on the verge of public argument with their child in like a shitty diner or a McDonald's on the side of the freeway or something? This is you really can't go wrong with this choice. Much like the diner itself, easy and reliable, but not particularly original or novel. Plus you can like hit on the lady here, I guess. I mean, that'll piss someone off. Yeah, this is a pretty good spot, provided that none of you kids have, you know, epilepsy or any other kind of condition, and make sure to watch out for the seahorsemen. They might try to take some of your kids away from you. But, oh, no, here we go. See, if you take the purple parentheses into the blue maze, you can clip right through this wall right here, and, oh, fuck, I think this is the wrong game. Okay, this is Sonic Adventure. Yeah, you can tell because it let me clip right through the floor just there. Oh yeah, and also because of the blaring punk music that plays anytime you do anything. This spot is, I think, perfect for when you're hiding out after the police have raided your house, and you know that if you try to go back to hand over your child, that the cops will be waiting with the mother as well, so you gotta find a new place to live outside of reality. So it's pretty good for that, not so good for the handover itself, but it's not without its charm. I think this is where Homer Simpson went when he went into 3D. This one has a very similar qualities to Emerald Coast as a spot. Take her to a theme park, spoil her rotten, give her ice cream, and when she's all pumped up, having the best day of her life, hand her over to mom, and you know, you gotta go stay at like your stepdad's house with the annoying kids you don't like. This is a really good way to flex how good of a parent you are and how lame the other parent is. A nice bonus is if you know, give her ice cream and then have her ride the roller coaster with the right timing. As long as you don't give her too much up front, you can probably make sure that she holds off from vomiting just until she gets into the other parent's car, and then spews everywhere. That's just an extra, you know, reminder of how much you suck and how petty you are, and a good way to ruin the other person's day after the initial shock of having to disappoint their child by taking them away from the amusement park. So I think this is maybe an A tier spot. Might be a B tier spot because it's a little bit harder to pull off. The other parent's not going to come into the amusement park to come get them. Definitely runs high in the guilt factor. Mystic Ruins train station is definitely an upgrade from the last one. This is after you move out to the country because you got kicked out of the house and you can't afford to live in Litcombe anymore, so you have to make do with what you got. You got a nice sunset in the background to make a very poetic send-off. Your kid's probably going to be pretty happy to go home. You know, they don't really like staying out in the sticks. They want to see their friends. They're excited to have Wi-Fi again and play Fortnite or You know, whatever kids do. It's a public location. You know, not as many people around, but there's still like employees who work here at the train station to keep you company. So you know, they'll make sure that nothing bad happens. Probably. I guess this is also maybe an A. This might be a B tier. It's an oddball pick, but I like it. Yeah, I reckon Eggman's base is just gonna freak just about any parent out. This is a terrifying bachelor pad to have. And if she walks in and, you know, the kids are in one of these green holographic containers, you know, you're gonna get Child Protective Services called on you very quickly. So I would recommend not having the evil villain base as a handover for your kids. Maybe save that one till after. Let them know about it when they're older. But this is another F tier maybe, or maybe C tier. I don't know what the rankings are yet, you know, maybe this is just like don't do this tier. I was gonna say I couldn't really see when this could possibly be used, but not gonna lie, I've seen much worse single dad living conditions than this. I mean, aside from being in the sewer, which is, you know, pretty disgusting. I guess if you like drop a ladder down, I don't know, but I could conceivably see myself at 45 divorced living in here, so this is maybe a B tier spot. Just from the house is kind of unoriginal, you know, you were too lazy to get off the, well, there's no lounge, but too lazy to get off the little staircase to go exchange at a McDonald's or something. So yeah, this is a nice sort of lazy fuck you depressing spot. Yeah, I would be freaked out if I came to pick my kid up from here. I don't think you would be allowed to see my child ever again at this point. I mean, how did you even get access to the crashed evil villain battleship under the water? What were you doing here? Is my child safe here? Probably not. Are you building some sort of evil super weapon? I don't think this is a safe place for kids to be around. This is probably another F tier place. I mean, there's not really any funny hijinks you can do with this one. There's no emotional manipulation or gaslighting. I mean, it will upset the other person very much, but you're probably going to be back in court real soon if you're caught doing this shit. So definitely one of the lowest tier options on the list. Oh, wait, I was supposed to pick the best one, wasn't I? Fuck, how about, Universal Studios Theme Park Adventure?